We see Slack protect the rapid fire. I think this could be one where, no, maybe they, oh, I was going to say maybe they want to use the Pharaoh. And what do you know? Maybe the next one that goes is the Pharaoh. So they kind of protect that rapid fire to get the Pharaoh and use it because it's really good long range, the Pharaoh, right? I mean, I don't think a rapid fire Razorback
of all the subs
is as good. I mean,
the Razorback and the Pharaoh, definitely the two you can actually
range.
win some gunfights at range. And again, I saw Classic doing absolute work with that one.
Does the
so
Vesper make it into this one?
It's getting really close. We've only got one left for the side of Rise here. We'll see what they decide to go with.
Oh.
There it is, last pick, Vesper. We forgot about you momentarily, but get out of our lobby.
So we'll probably see the VMP and maybe even the Kuda. I know the Kuda's been getting some love online, you know, very good. SMG, really versatile. I mean, up close against like a Vesper, it's not going to win those gunfights. Against a VMP, I think you can.
Yeah, I think I'd edge the VMP up close, but it's got a little more range, I think. A little more stability, I guess. Doesn't jump quite as much.
Enable has selected something other than Heatwave.
Oh my god.
He's gone out of his comfort zone.
I don't think I've ever seen him use the Annihilator.
I've never seen him anything use it other than Heatwave.
All right, well, let's
maybe
see what
his teammates told him, like, hey, there's other characters in this game you can pick from.
Well, these bigger maps, you know, Heatwave's really good when you're pushing into kind of a consolidated area, you know, a smaller room. You got to think this is all the key engagements kind of take place either like in an open circle in mid or in kind of long alleys if you're talking about pushing that right side alley. If you're going away from, I don't know what we call that. Yeah, grandma's. I guess you call it grandma's there
sure,
too.
Why not?
Call that grandma's. If you're pushing that alley, long distance fights, Heatwave's not all that great. You spend the time in the building sometimes to pick up a couple kills there in grandma's, but you're not usually dealing with multiple.
I mean, you got two weapons coming out of the side on FaZe. You got Annihilator. That's good if enables like the last line of defense and he needs to take out 1-2 players. He's able to knock down those shots. JCat, one of the better players that I've seen using Annihilator. And then they have Zuma with a Scythe, gonna kind of same thing, you know, getting pushed by 2-3 players. Or, you know, I've seen Scythe used a lot on offense, trying to lock down their spawn.
Well,
remember, able to take out 2 or 3 guys.
Was it Proofy, I think, in their final qualifying match to get into the COD World League? Proofy set up in the back of their base and just absolutely hammered them with the Scythe. I think it went 40 and 16 or something like that. So definitely get big kills. But I love the Annihilator here because, again, we talked about the fact that mid-map control is everything. If you can layer up to mid-map, get control, it leads to one-pointer after one-pointer after one-pointer. It really just becomes a battle for control. And the Annihilator, a really good one to pop, you know, whether you're pushing forward or whether you're just trying to break control. If you have people on, you know, set up in power positions, the Annihilator makes pretty easy work of that.
You're able to knock down your shots. We've seen a lot of players
if you can land your shots, Enable, we'll be watching you.
So Rise, they opt to go with just one weapon. They're going to have Octane run the Scythe. He's going to be that last line of defense. The other guys, you see Slack with active camo, like that one, able to gain some, you know, map control, gain some map presence, right? Like, if FaZe is, you know, taking over mid-map, you're able to just kind of sneak up, kill one of those players, get those guys moving, break their setup. And then you have Classic with kinetic armor. I like that. If he's able to pick up that drone, pop the kinetic armor, give him even more armor to go in towards like a 1 or 2 point play. And then Looney, obviously, with Heatwave, you like that one for the close quarter engagement.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how he's going to use it. I mean, the only position I really see it in is right by the uplink on both sides. Whether it's defensively stopping a score or people converging on your goal, or if you're pushing out. We haven't
throughout
seen
the entire series.
Well,
I'm surprised we don't see at least a Psychosis in one of
them. Do you
them.
think it's a consistency thing? Because we've seen Psychosis sometimes be amazing. You know, those drones really push forward. They provide a distraction. Other
Sometimes my drones walk the other way, man.
We've seen them run backwards,
like
walk up the map. It's like you're flipping a coin. Am I going to get the helpful Psychosis or the ones that are going to go to their deaths?
Nobody's going to expect me to go backwards. Why would you go that way? Come on, man. So, Infection uplink for all you guys new. Going to be unlimited score, 5-minute time limit per side, then a 5-second respawn delay for uplink. And Maven, who are you going to jump on board with first here? Did we see a Man of War?
The only player without an M8 is going to be Attach. He's rocking the Man of War. We're going to hawk on with him as, again, this break so key to the entire game. I just want to go to Zuma. He's first player up. He's going to be set up here on steps. His teammate's going to be taken down by Slack. He's going to be engaged, able to win that gunfight. He's out one more below to get 2. That's 3. That's 4.
That's 4
that should be 1 point at least. They're going to push forward. We'll see. Usually you want to try and control Gray, but with 4 down, you can really go wherever you want right now and try to get through for points. There, the 1 point toss gets picked off by Classic, I believe, and he's going to toss that off. One hell of a play by Classic as he stops 1, but they're still pinned. They're spawning in Grave right now. Nothing they can do to try and hold this down. It's going to be Clayster flying in. Does he get the dunk? Yes, he does. The base just absolutely locked down by the side of FaZe.
Classic makes a huge play, you know, stopping that 1-pointer. But at the same time, everybody on Rise just focused stopping that. They get taken out yet again. FaZe able to pick up that 2, get that early lead.
I like what Classic did here. Did he decide to go back and deal with the two players in his base? Not yet. Well, I liked it while he had eyes on the drone. You know, you can't get forward if you don't have the drone in your hands, but unfortunately for him, he gets pinched from both sides. This might lead to another dunk for Clay. They're able to close it down for the time being. Who's going to be the next player up? It's going to be Zuma wrapped around the back. Can he stop him before the reset? It looks like he is going to get it out.
And you can imagine the comms of Rise are super frantic right now. You know, the guys on FaZe get control of your base early. They just keep killing you one by one. I mean,
yeah.
Looney and Octane still don't have a kill for the guys on Rise.
This is the definition of what I meant. You can't have a bad break. If you have a bad break, this is you getting hammered for several minutes.
I will say, though, if you have 2 teammates start out 1 and 9 and you have only given up 2 points, that is not the worst of starts.
No, because now look who has control of mid right now. It's going to be going over to the side of Rise. They've gotten out. They've cleared the base. They've got a bit of control now. Now they're trying to get set up. They just can't lose these engagements as Slack zips off the head of Enabler.
If I told you that FaZe got 2 4-deads at the beginning of the game in drone control, you would have expected them to get, what, 3, 4 points?
At least, you would think, but it really came down to
that classic interception.
Clutch interception, then another clutch reset as they picked up a kill coming out of church. They were able to get that one out. You know, a lot of times it's whether you get killed as you're trying to toss it out or you make a bad toss out. Rise not making mistakes when it comes to that part of the game, at least. And now they're trying to get forward. It's going to be Slack. Has it in his hands, trying to push Green Alley. Can he get the melee? There's 250. Tack it on. Extra points. He hits the camo. I thought he hit the camo for a second to get through, but he is going to hold on to that.
Nope, FaZe takes control of their base, though. They're able to get control of mid-map as you see 3 green arrows starting to push over in that direction. You see all the specialist abilities starting to come into play. You have Enable getting his Annihilator. It'll be interesting when he decides to use that. I bet it'll be on the defensive side of things. See, the last one alive is attached, playing at his tank, just trying to hold off the push from Rise Nation.
You gotta try and stay alive here. Just be annoying, wait for your teammates.
Now, you gotta wonder, how does Rise elect to challenge this? You know, 2 minutes to go. They're only down 1. They're actually putting up a very good fight for considering how bad they were getting blown out at the beginning. You see Camo come into play for Clace. They're going to be the drone carrier, trying to get all the way around Church. Does he set up for a 1?
I love that.
I love that. Nice play right there from Clay.
Pops the camo, gets through, able to fire through a 1-pointer. That was very well done. You know, you'd love to use your specialist to get 2, but if you can get any points on the board, go ahead and get it done. Excellent stuff from the veteran Clay. 3 up for either side right now. 90 seconds in the first half. As far as control of mid-map goes, I mean, the most forward position here is going to be Classic as he was top steps. He's going to go forward, get his eagle on with the RK5, able to pick up 1, tries to turn there on attack, but not able to pick up the second. Still enough of a distraction to allow the drone carrier to get forward, not able to get points as of now.
I think if you're Rise, though, you save some of those abilities for the second half, especially only being down potentially 2 if the score stays the same here. Attached doing a nice job with the Man of War here. 11 and 7, doing a great job just being aggressive, pushing into their spawn with that fully automatic rifle, able to just be a little bit more aggressive than a burst weapon. Obviously, he doesn't have to connect on his first shot, able to just rattle off a ton of bullets as you see right there, runs out of ammo. Slack able to take him out, but I think this is probably the score we see going into the second half, barring anything, as you see both teams just fighting over for map control mid-map. And as I say, that Octane picks up 2. FaZe has to be careful here. Shouldn't just push recklessly. See Zuma doing a nice job just getting that control back. And I think they're just going to hold this off, go into the second side with this little lead.
Incredible job by Zuma. One of the most important parts of the map is going to be top step there, as you can really maintain mid. Did a good job finally going to drop. 1 down for either side, and they're just holding for now. Let's see if they go for one last toss. It looks like they are. It's going to be Atash. He's 12 and 9. Tries to get it off. Not going to be able to get it out of his hands. Time starting to dwindle here, and that's going to be a toss out and reset. So, like you said, is going to be 3-1 here going into the second half. What did you see from this one? What stood out for you?
For as bad as Looney and Octane started out, this is only a 2-point lead for FaZe. I think if you get 2 4 downs, you got to punish them more than that. I think you got to put up, at least 2 2-point plays at the start of the game, right? I mean, a 4 dead, and then I believe it was like a 3 dead, and Classic picks off that pass. But, I mean, you got to put more points on the board, at least in my opinion.
Could not agree more. So the bend but don't break from Rise in the early defense is really the difference. You'll see the boost hit by Classic as he's trying to get forward here. He's still got his kinetic armor. Looney's going to be the one leading the way, though, as they start to fly through and going to get picked off. Remember, they lost that original break the first time. Can they trade effectively this time to at least make sure they're not losing control very, very early?
Well, that's what they decided to do there. Classic was going to push over towards those steps, and he gets taken out, but Looney was able to trade that pretty quickly. Enable using that RC car in the middle of the map. Don't like that call there and seeing kills. Nobody wants to be the first team to just kind of push out, try and get that mid-map control, trying to just bait it out. You see Classic pinging up the drone. Has kinetic. Does he like to use it? He's going to try and get off a one-point throw. Taken out. Looney trying to follow it up. He's going to get traded by Enable as well. You see lots of kills going down in the FaZe base, but they're able to hold off this push and does attach decide to wrap this over towards outskirts. It looks like he is. I'd like to see what they try and do. You can actually hit a one-pointer from the wall run over here, and I think they may try and throw this back towards mid-map.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he was just trying to burn some time here, stay alive, just run some time off the clock, or if they were actually going to try and get aggressive. It's pretty hard to
I think they were going to try and throw that drone cross lanes and get it back towards the middle of the map, and maybe have one player playing over there, just trying to get a little cheeky one-point play, but doesn't work out. He resets that drone attach, picking up another 2 kills, playing great here with the Man of War. Currently just on a 2 streak, just spawned back up. Looks like he should be able to pick up a 3rd though. Drone in his possession, gonna get taken out, but it is on the Rise side of the map. As you see Octane, he's gonna like to push this up, Enable in position, but the drone moving up past him, he's gotta turn around, get back towards his base, or else they're gonna be in some trouble.
They're definitely in trouble right now. They're gonna have to try and hold like Rise did early. As the aggression is flying through Barn and Grave. Everyone rotating over. Clay able to get 1 after Classic, I believe, picks up 2. There's the heat, and somehow he still gets a kill. And his camo! Oh! That was absolutely ridiculous. Clayster, that play was sick.
How did he stay alive during that? I actually think he got the armor from having the drone, and his team. Oh, what?
Not only does he pick up the kill through the heat wave to stop the drone carrier, but then hitting the camo and shutting down another one at home, that was absolutely wild.
Well, I want to see that again.
My God,
I will definitely be seeing that again. And I think actually Enable trying to throw the drone down right there, throws it off of the map. So a little bit of a miscue there from Enable, but after such a sick play by Clay, now that's actually going to be 3 dead, 4 FaZe. Enable with a big kill right there, though, on a Looney, as Looney in a prime position to get off that one-point throw.
Yeah, for the most part, this has been, kind of the story of defense. You've seen really good defensive stands by FaZe and Rise. Not really the most effective scoring, really, as people haven't been able to really put through points. So look at it, they're trying to burn some time in the back of the base.
That out, but Clay gets taken out.
That's a dunk for Slack. He just handed him one. He pops the camo, hits the 2-piece, able to put points on the board. Great job there by Slack.
And that's so dangerous, Maven. How many times have we seen teams, they try and bring the drone back towards their goal, they hold it for a little bit, and then they throw it out. Right there, you see why sometimes it's not the best option.
Well, that was kind of my point when we were talking, as one more point's going to come in here for Rise. That's kind of what I was saying. What the most impressive thing for me about their defensive stand early for Rise Nation was just the fact that they effectively got the drone off the map.
Yeah.
It can be so difficult. When you have 2 to 3 players in your base shooting you off spawn, it can just be hard just to get it out there, get it off the map, reset.
But I think the position that Clay was in, he was able to throw it off from that spot.
And not turn around and try to dash 10 yards.
Well, he didn't even try and dash. He was just running, just sprinting with the drone. You see, can just get tossed for yards into the Rise base. They're just trying to gain some map control. Is this FaZe team? See, Clay picks up 2 big kills, trying to redeem himself for that error that happened before. But this Rise team up 1, and it's sad because this FaZe team, I think, is really, for most of this map, outplayed them. They had a great start. Rise goes on a little bit of a spree here. Let's see, it's going to be Zuma hitting a 1-point throw. We're going to have a tie game here going into the last minute, Maeve.
These final 50 seconds should be wild. They want to keep pushing here on the bottom side of the map. We'll see if they're able to get 4. I'm staying with Clay because he's on 4 streak right now. He's got the camo. This should be points. He's going to wreak havoc in the back of the base. You got to pick up kills. He lost him. No, he gets destroyed. Clay, you had one of the best camo plays I've ever seen, and then unfortunately one of the worst.
So Enable actually has his Annihilator. If we jump on with him, he can make a play here in the final seconds. He's able to get 1. And see the players on Rise know he has it. They're going to play so defensive. Enable able to pick up a 2nd one. Can he open up the base? Not able to connect with the 3rd.
There's the toss.
The toss is up, and it's
just short, I believe. Attach just misses it by a foot below. Not able to get through. There's the reset. That one's got to hurt.
Yeah, I mean, just a very good push there at the end by FaZe. Just not able to connect with that 1-point throw. Enable did such a nice job with the Annihilator, just opening up those lanes. Like, he picks up 1. I believe he actually picks up 2. We missed one earlier, but he picks up 2 with the Annihilator. But that just forces the guys on Rise to just play passive all the way in the back. Opens up that lane for attach. He gets a good look for 1. Just not able to connect.
Yeah, that's about as much as you can ask for in the final seconds of a game. I mean, when we're taking a look at what was it? The opening 90 seconds was pretty much all control for FaZe, and then the final 90 seconds, all control for FaZe. Just not able to get that final point through and close it out. But here we go. It's overtime. FaZe Clan versus Rise Nation. Game number 3. The series is all tied up. Who is able to take the edge?
And not surprisingly, Zuma's going to go on the flank right away. We see Zuma. Nope. Kind of a running joke last year, always on the flank, and he picks up one. You got to expect that from Rise, from FaZe, right? I mean, he
he's in such an annoying position already.
And he's all the way in the back. I mean, if anyone from FaZe can get the drone and toss it back there, that's a easy score.
Well,
but it's going to be Rise winning all those gunfights mid-map. Enable out of position here over by Hay Bales. He's actually not going to be able to pick up anyone. And it looks like Classic going for a one-point throw. Nicky D always connects from long range, man. And that is going to be throw knocked down from the side of Rise early.
Well, let's see if they can beat 41 seconds. And that, for me, Zuma got a little bit unlucky there. I don't think he, for the life of him, expected a player to spawn. They're like kind of standard spawn.
Yeah.
He was expecting him to spawn out at Barn. When he had the position he did, that player spawns almost directly behind him. All of a sudden, that kind of annoyance he is, the havocs he's wreaking in the base just isn't enough. But now let's take a look back in the action as we're ready to kick things off. The 41-second mark by, what was it, Classic.
Yep.
Can they beat it?
See how he elects to play this. He's going to pop that RC card here at the beginning. They can't get too defensive and too passive, Maven. They're giving up a ton of the map right now to FaZe. You see Clay going to pick up the drone. Classic able to pick up one with that RC. 20 seconds left. Everybody dead.
That should be it.
For FaZe. This one looks like it's going to go in favor of Rise.
Yeah, especially if you get through that shot. Can Slack nail it? He gets it on through. So, oh, this hurts because you had just as simple of a shot, I'd say, for Attach, right? 1 point at that, I mean, not the closest range, but definitely makeable range.
Doable.
He comes up a little bit short. On the other hand, you see what Classic and Looney both able to now nail their 1-point shots. We talk about how important those throws are. It hurts for FaZe because, again, the opening might have been more than 90 seconds. That opening side of half one, they absolutely controlled and crushed Rise.
They get a 4 dead, then they get, I believe, another 4 dead.
Yeah.
And they're only able to get 2 points out of it. That interception by Classic,
and well,
right at the beginning of the game, I mean, within the first, 30 seconds?